In today's video we are doing a deck tech on Atla Palani Nest Tender. For 1 red, green and a white you get a legendary creature, Human Shaman, that is a mythic. For 2 and tap it, create a 0/1 green egg creature token with Defender. Whenever an egg you control dies, reveal the top card of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest of the bottom of your library in a random order, and she is a 2/3. In this video we will be going over most of the cards, but if you're interested in seeing the deck in its entirety, there will be a link down below. So when it comes to this deck, the whole point of it is to trigger your commander as many times as you can, to play as many eggs as possible, to then play big massive creatures that you don't want to hardcast at all, to then rather them to do damage through ETBs, attacks, or flinging them at your opponents. So that's why I call this deck Food Fight. When it comes to structuring this video, I'm going to be doing it very simple. I'll be breaking it down in the main categories of the deck and mentioning cards that go really well for that section. The sections being cards that make more eggs, the big monsters in the deck, the ramp, the fling/EBD triggers, and then other. The reason other is in this is for cards that kind of don't do the stuff that I wanted to do, however are really good in this deck. So when it comes to the cards that make more eggs, there's kind of 2 variations of it. There's the ones that do her triggers, and then there's ones that kind of make a token that's a copy of a token, such as Populate and stuff like that. So here are those cards on screen now. Mondrake Glory Dominus, Song of the World Soul, Rudeborn Defenses, Sundering Growth, Battle Mage's Braces, Illusionist Braces, Lithiform Engine, Rings of Bright Hearth, Anointed Procession, Growing Ranks. With the help of these cards you will have quite a big selection of eggs that when they die you get big creatures such as Apex Devastator, Golter Primal Hunger, Artisan of Kozilek, It That Betrays, Blightsteel Colossus, Emrakul the Promised End, Serra Avatar, Verdant Sun's Avatar, Kozilek Butcher of Truth, Kozilek the Great Distortion, Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger, Ulamog the Infinite Gyre. But to be able to play the cards that make more eggs, and if you have to be able to play the big creatures, you need some form of ramp. So in this deck there's many forms of ramp, such as Kodama of the East Tree, Kodama's Reach, Cultivate, Farseek, Arcane Signet, Commander's Sphere, Soul Ring, the Great Henge. And then when you have these big creatures on the field, there are cards that are really good, such as cards that do damage due to the power or toughness when they ETB, enter the battlefield, or cards that fling, so you're able to sacrifice your big massive creatures and fling them at their opponents. So the whole point is the egg dies, you play for example a 10/10, it ETBs and does 10 damage to a random opponent, it then may have haste, or you wait until your next turn, attack to do another 10 damage, and then sacrifice it and fling it for another 10 damage. While that's happening, you're destroying other eggs, getting other bigger creatures to do the damage that it enters in, and then you attack and then fling that creature too. It is a perfect cycle of having an egg, letting it grow up, and then flinging it at someone. Cards that help with doing that are such: Bloodshot Cyclops, Bryon's Stoutarm, Stalking Vengeance, Warstorm Surge, Fling, and then finally are the other cards. These are cards that I thoroughly enjoy that are in the deck, however they weren't really in the categories, but they help like slow people down, or they're just generally good cards in decks like this. So these cards are Gazela Blade of Gold Knight, Golter and Mavren, Marisi Breaker of the Coil, Disrupt Decorum, Heroic Intervention, Akroma's Will, Crawl Space, Aura Shards. So overall, what do people think of this deck? If you were going to make it as a commander, what would you put in this deck that I completely missed out? What card is your favorite in this deck, and do you like this commander? Let me know all of this in the comments down below. While you're down there, remember to like, subscribe and follow me, and then follow me on all my social media. It really does help. And if you like this video, I have a current deck tech here. I have a playlist of deck techs I do here, and then a subscribe button here. And I'm so close to 400, or I've just reached 400, and I would like to keep growing. So please remember to share my profile and share my YouTube to people, because I would like to start having a bigger and better Magic the Gathering following. And I'll see you all in the next video.